Hello again. If you can hear a faint humming in the background, I have got my fan on as it is very, very hot here. It's a dull, cloudy day, but the humidity level and the heat are high. So I am now going to do my first attempt at you call it saran wrap, we call it plastic wrap, over a paint. I have coated my little canvas with white house paint already, and I am going to draw patterns on it and then cover it with the wrap and lift it off and see what I can get. I'm looking forward to doing it, but I never hold my breath when it comes to my creations. A lot of the time it's just sheer luck. And my colours I'm using today are dark blue, rose, I can't remember the name of that blue. Hang on a moment and I'll just have a look. That's right, pearl sapphire. See, I've had them in my cupboard for so long, I have actually forgotten what the colours are. Light turquoise, yellow deep, and silver poster paint. And I hope you saw all those, because I'm never quite sure exactly where the camera is. That's the pearl blue and that's the rose. And that's the dark blue. One day I am going to, when I've got enough money, I'm going to invest in a tablet so I can attach have Wi-Fi, and I can actually see from that what you can see on the camera. Okay, so I'm going to draw a picture and when I'm editing the video I'll speed it up and I'll put a bit of music or bird song or Animal Farms sounds to it, so that you don't have to sit forever watching me try and draw a picture. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I am not artistic, I am creative, and sometimes what I create is more like what a child would create rather than an adult. So I will start. Okay, that's my fiddle around. Goodness knows what it's going to do. But now I will get my plastic wrap and lay it over the surface. Trying to lay it down as flat as possible, but I have got a small foam roller which I'm just going to lightly run across the surface to try and get rid of some of the air bubbles going from the centre out. I can see the air bubbles, but I don't want to move the paint around too much. Now time to see what sort of picture I can create from this, but I will put my gloves on first. Most of those colours are Reno art, which I have said on many occasions I love to use. So that was the turquoise, the yellow deep, the turquoise, the yellow deep and the dark blue. The rose was one that I have been trying from Art Ranger, and I used that in a previous video, mixed 1-to-1 with silver, and I got silver rose from that, which came out very, very nicely. And of course my silver one I have here was not the one I had in silver rose, but it is poster paint. It's just so cheap here, and I do get good value for it. I find it's pretty good at working its way around the canvas without sinking, and it doesn't really blend it so much that it goes muddy, which is also really good, and it looks fantastic behind cabochons. So now I am going to lift this plastic wrap and see what I get. I think I made it big enough to lift all pieces at once. I knew I couldn't have it too small. Right, rightio. There is my first attempt at doing a, doing a plastic wrap dip. Yes. So I'm going to have to see if I can actually, I might just spin it a little, see if I can bring the colours out that way. I don't think so, because I don't think there's enough paint on there. I think I'm going to have to end up tipping it, because the white paint is actually pretty much lifted off the edges. So I'm going to try moving it around a little. I'll just move my Lazy Susan over and move some of that paint around. See if it makes any difference at all. It didn't come out anywhere near as what I expected it to, but it's actually not too bad. It's not as bad as it looked like it was going to be. When I first lifted up the plastic, all I could see was this complete mess of paint. But looking at it now, as I can see it looking straight on, I'll pop it back up onto my Lazy Susan and pop it back here, and I will just turn it round so I can show you the view I'm getting of it. And to me it just looks like sort of almost sunset colours. The sky is bleeding a little over reflections of land or hills or even the sea. So, I mean, you just use your imagination most of the time when you do something like this, and try and decide what you think you can see from it. And I'm quite happy with that. It's not anywhere near what I am looking to achieve, but for a first time with me, it's not a failure either. It's just on the level. So I'm going to leave it there. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.